it's Vicky from Bright Mind. Today, I'm going to talk about why it's so important to read in the morning. Check this out. Good morning. I'm here in Fairmont, British Columbia, and I must say it's a lot of fresh air in the trees. Fairmont is an area where it's like more remote, and if you check my video up here about the benefits of being outside, there's so many benefits to be outside, especially in nature. It's a good time to go. So why is reading so important in the morning especially? And it's something that I've been practicing for the last over a decade. Actually, it's been even longer before I learned this technique. I don't do it every single morning, but I do it as much as I can, even if it's just, I do it every morning. It's actually a time when you're more alert and you're doing so many things at once. It's actually one of the best times to read is in the morning. The reason why it's so important to read in the morning is because, number one, is because you're more alert. And when you're more alert, you're able to take in more information, especially during the day. And one way that you can read every morning is honestly, like first thing in the morning when you have to go to the washroom. That is like my time that I do it. Or right when you wake up, even if it's just one sentence, completely changes your day. Another thing is that when people read in the morning, there's a study that said those people who read in the morning, they reduce their stress by 68%. Imagine just reading in the morning, even just 5 minutes a day, totally worth lowering your stress by 68%. There's something I do at my desk every morning at work. I'm grateful that I did this. I brought a book in called 365 Days of Meditation. And when I read this book at my desk, it's literally like less than a minute. Right when I get in, I read it and it paves my day for that because it's triggering those neural pathways and thoughts when I get to work. So I'm setting that intention. So that's another way to get reading as well. It's really good, especially before you start your day at work. Any job you have, even if you have, it's best to have like a book that's like mass and like action material. And I'll talk about that in another video. But if you really can't, then just take out your iPhone and a reader or a PDF item, a book on a PDF, and just read a sentence for the day. It will completely change your day and your mindset for the day. If you really think about it, it's totally worth lowering your stress for. I know I mentioned this again. It's because many people in today's world, they live a stressful life. They have a fight or flight. And my partner, who I always mentioned in this channel, she always says in a book she's read, the book is called The Gift of Fear. And it says there's stress back in the day, maybe caveman days. Stress was only for the days you had to run away from the lion, bear chasing you. And then we've evolved to having stress to small little things. What you're going to eat for the morning, what you're going to think, the meeting you're about to have, or anything. So that's why, especially with people being stressed over anything, like even this, like taking just like that 5 minutes a day, it's completely worth it because we're so evolved to being stressed, being normal. Honestly, this is like a hack that I do. It really totally helps. And I highly suggest it. By the way, if you like this video, click like, subscribe, and comment below if you read in the morning and how it totally completely affects your day for the positive. Another thing they said is that your stamina is much higher in the morning. So you're more energized, especially if you're naturally you're supposed to be naturally energized. You're more energized, you're more able to be alert to the information, as I mentioned, and you just are more open to what you're reading. Not only that, I feel like it gives you more energy because it starts with your mind. It starts with what you think. And whatever you think is what you become about. And whatever you think is what you get in life. And when you have more stamina, especially during that time of the day, you're more willing to take in that information. And with a book, you can actually read any book. But honestly, another hack on top of this hack is reading a positive, uplifting book. The reason why positive, uplifting is because when you're reading those words, it's programming your mind like a computer is being programmed with a certain software or programmed with like a virus, which can be like negative news. And you're programming it for success. You're programming it for peace. You're programming it for like love for the day. At the end of the day, we're all here on a journey in life to enjoy what we're doing. We're all here on a journey in life. And what matters, you learn those lessons. You give yourself, you're not too hard on yourself. You like love yourself. I don't know, it's like totally worth it because especially when a lot of people can be so hard on themselves, like me included, it's really tough. I think I read in the book of how you can say so many mean things to one person in your life, and that's yourself. There's so many things you say about yourself or think about yourself that you would never say or think about in other people. So you gotta give yourself a chance and love yourself. The fourth thing is, I'll show you right here. Well, to replace watching this thing right there, TV, especially if it's news. And the reason why I say TV is because majority of the time it's like on news and it's like negative news. It could be positive things, but it's like it doesn't matter. This is my cousin DJ. He travels the world. He's been to all 7 continents and things like that. So it's pretty cool. He's jumped in. How was Antarctica?
It was amazing.
Yeah, he jumped into like the ocean there. It's pretty cool. It's like one thing I want to do. So hopefully he comes with me to Antarctica in a couple years. He's like, that's a hard trip. That's like a long trip. When it comes to like when it comes to programming your mind in the morning, you want to make sure that you are programming it for, again, success. When it comes to TV, the reason why I mention TV again is because majority of the time it's on like negative news. I experienced that at my work. There's a TV that plays every morning and it's always on CNN, constant negative news. And I wanted to change the channel because I noticed everyone in the kitchen started talking about negative things that were currently on the TV. So I changed the next channel, negative news. I changed the channel again, negative news. I changed the channel again, another negative channel. Finally, I got to the kids channel, which was pretty cool because the kids were just like having fun, laughing, playing at the playground. And I thought that was pretty cool to see that when I did enter the kitchen, people stopped talking about the negative news. You know what? It's good to be informed. Definitely informed is good. But to be inundated, when you're inundated, you're programming your mind for negativity, which is the next thing I'm going to talk about, is when you read in the morning, you're programming it for the day. And when you're programming it for the day with a TV, that's negative. And the reason why I say news is because 90% of the news is like negative. If you think about even like temperature, they say like 30% rain versus 70% sun. So we're programmed to think in like the negative. You know, I feel like there's a broadcast going on and like it's easier for people to think negative. Like it's easier to control and it's easier for us to be controlled. I've mentioned it before, contrast is good. It is good that there is a negative. It is good that there's an opposite effect. It's because we know what the positive is. The key ingredient is to not be stuck in the negative state and thinking. And when I mean negative state and thinking, I mean thinking about fear, thinking about all those worries in your life, all those anxieties, because the longer you stay in that level of state of negative thinking, the more you're going to attract those and create those in your life. It's like a snowball effect. It can either grow big to a negative experience or grow big to a positive experience. It's really up to you. So I really hope you enjoy this video today. And you know what? Do your best to read even just 1 minute a day. If you want other ways to brighten your mind during the day, click the link below, free course, Brighten Mind Blueprint. It was once a paid course, but now I'm giving it free to my viewers for tuning in and brightening the mind, because the more of you who brighten your mind, you brighten your life and you brighten the world. Let's all help one another to emulate more love, more peace, and joy to the world. See you in the next video. Thank you.